Number one, know your Creator, who is He. Number two, know yourself, who are you. Number one, know your Creator, who is He. Number two, know yourself, who are you. And now you join and combine the hadith of our sixth Imam, our first Imam, Amirul Mu'mineen, Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salatu wasalam is saying, Man arafa nafsahu, faqad arafa rabbah. See, I'm trying, after a few sentences, one hadith from Masum, maybe ayat from Quran. Those were the hadith. Now, conclusion. Number one, know your Allah. Beginning of the knowledge. Now Imam is saying, knowledge is in four things. Number one, know your Creator. Number two, know yourself. Now our Imam is saying, Man arafa nafsahu faqad arafa rabbah. Whoever recognizes himself, he recognizes his Creator. He recognizes his Allah. So that means, if a person is trying to understand his Allah, he must understand himself. If someone is not recognizes his Allah, that means he is not recognizing himself. You don't know who are you. You don't know what is your duty. No marifat. If we read to the subject of the marifat, it is very important. Why you gathered here? Why you assemble here? Why you adjusted your work? Why you left every activity and you are coming for the majlis? Why? To remember Imam Hussain Islam? To remember his sacrifices? That is. So if you came, so do you know who was Imam Hussain? If you know Imam Hussain, so what was his aim? What was his objective? Why he left Medina? Why he left Mecca? Why he went to the Karbala all the way? Why he sacrifices himself and his family, children? There are so many whys. We have to give answer. You have to give answer. This is your responsibility to ask. This is my responsibility to tell. This is your responsibility to ask. This is my responsibility and duty to answer you. Brothers, but Imam Hussain Islam is a Imam of our time? Is it? No. He is not Imam of our time. He is the third Imam. Okay? He is the third Imam. See, very simple way, because see, there were the ahadith and ayat. So it is very difficult for our children to digest. So now I am making easier and simplifying. Okay. These are the knowledge. And what is the first stage of the knowledge? But now, you came, you gathered here to pay your tribute to Imam Hussain Islam, to remember his sacrifices. But who was he? He is your Imam. He is third Imam. He is not Imam of the time. So that means Islam is teaching you to know your all Imam, to recognize your all Imam, to understand your all Imam. So if it is my duty to every year, 268 days, remember Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam, so what about the Imam of the time? We are living in the time of our Imam Zamana, Ajjalallahu ta'ala Fardimu Sharif. In how many gatherings we are talking about him? In how many sittings we talks about him? How many hadith of Imam of our time we know? Who is from our children and our youth? He knows when he was born, where he was born, whom were his parents, what is Ghaibat-e-Sughra, what is Ghaibat-e-Kubra. There are so many things to discuss. But brother, inshallah time will come, time will reach, inshallah we will describe. But the issue is that we must, it is the duty of every Shia to know his Imam, to know his Allah, to know his duty, to know Quran. Now, man arafa nafsa, remember this hadith, because I left that hadith. Man arafa nafsa, faqad arafa rabbah. If Islam is only to know yourself and Allah, then in Usul-e-Din only two things, Allah and man. If it is, so we must say Allah and man. But Usul-e-Din is Tawheed. But Tawheed is what? Oneness of Allah. So why we are wasting our time? Before we prove that Allah is one, we are trying to prove that Allah is existing. Straight go, save the time. and you prove oneness of Allah. So you will tell me, Maulana, before I will prove the oneness of Allah, it is my duty to prove the existence of Allah, whether Allah is existing or not, whether Allah is present or not. So before I explain, before I prove the oneness of Allah, that is my duty to prove that Allah is existing. Allah is present. If once I prove that Allah is present, now the question is that how many are there? Either 1, 2, 3, 365 days. There are 365 days in a year. That means for every day there is a one Allah. No, Allah is one. So you have to prove. Now, after Tawheed, Adala. What is Adala? After Adalat, Nubuwat. What is Nubuwat? After Nubuwat, what is Imamat? What is Qiyamat? So there are 5 things. So that means when Imam is saying, Man arafa nafsahu, faqad arafa rabbah. Whoever recognizes himself, he recognizes his Allah. So Imam is not allowing you and permitting you to only know yourself and know your Allah. No, there is a contact between these two. Whoever recognizes Allah, he will be able to recognize Imam of the time. He will be able to recognize Prophet. Why? I'll tell you one thing. One hadith I mentioned on Ghadir, the next day of the Ghadir, when I was talking about the hadith of our 8th Imam, Imam Reza alayhi salatu wasalam, at Iraqi center. So there were the 2 hadiths, and those hadiths are Hadith Qudsi. What is Hadith Qudsi? See, there are so many things. Slowly, inshallah, I will explain. What is Hadith Qudsi? Remember 3 things. Number 1 is ayat. Ayat is what? Ayat is word of Allah, which revealed by Allah through Jibreel to our Rasul, and through our Rasul it conveyed to Muslim Ummah. That is ayat. Ayat, this is the word of Allah in between Quran. What is Hadith Qudsi? Quds is Allah. Glory to Allah. Allah is Quddus. So now Hadith Qudsi. Hadith means word, but Qudsi, this is also word of Allah. But the word of Allah, if it is present in the Quran, it is known as ayat. If it is not in the Quran, but reported by our Aimma, reported by our Rasul, and they are saying, Allah is saying, that is Hadith Qudsi. You understand? Ayat, Hadith Qudsi. Now number 3, Hadith. This is word, but this is not the word of Allah. Neither word of Allah, whether in the Quran or outside the Quran. This is word of Rasul and Aimma Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salatu wassalam. Salawat. Of course, Aimma, they are pleased with you and they are accepting little. But see, we all are not accepting everything. So my habit is also like that. So if someone is reciting salawat softly, so I am not accepting. So kindly recite louder one. Once again, please, salawat. So what happened? Hadith Qudsi. Now hadith is the word of Rasul and Aimma Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salatu wasalam. These are the word of Aimma. Now we were talking about word of our 8th Imam. When our 8th Imam, he entered in the state of Khurasan. He reached to the Nishapur. When he reached to the Nishapur, there was the big crowd. People, they all were waiting for Imam of the time. You all are waiting for your Imam? You know what is the sawab and what is the reward for the person who is waiting for Imam of his time? Our 6th Imam and our Rasul, they both are saying, Afzalu a'mal ummati intizarul faraj. The best action of my follower is, they are waiting for Imam of their time. Wait for Imam of your time. Are waiting for Imam of their time? No, brother. They all were awaiting. Imam entered in the Nishapur. Thousands of the people, they wanted to see their Imam. And they wanted to listen hadith from Imam. They insisted. Thereafter, Imam opened the curtain. And when Imam opened the curtain, Imam recited hadith. Imam recited hadith. People listened from him. What was? La ilaha illallah hisni, faman dakhala hisni amina min azabi. Whoever enter kalima la ilaha illallah, saying Allah is one, it protects the person from azab and chastisement of day of judgment. Thereafter, Imam once again pulled the curtain. People, they were insisting. Once again, Imam removed. People were looking at his face. Then Imam is saying, وَلَكِنْ بِشَرْطِهَا وَشُرُوطِهَا, but there are some conditions, and I am one of the condition of that. If you are accepting me, then kalima la ilaha illallah, saying la ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah, it gives you any benefit. Otherwise, there is no benefit without Ahlul Bayt alayhimu salatu wasalam. So brothers, Imam recited this hadith, people they written, but that hadith is not from our Imam. He is saying, my father is narrating. He reported from his father. Similarly, he read to our Rasul. Rasul is reporting from Jibreel. Jibreel from Israfil. Israfil from Lawh Mahfuz. So that is Hadith Qudsi. So now you understand Hadith Qudsi. And the Hadith Qudsi is another place where our Imam is saying Hadith Qudsi, Kalimatul la ilaha illallah hisni. Now other place, Wilayatu Ali ibn Abi Talib hisni. Law and Wilayat of Amirul Mu'minin Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salatu wasalam. It is fort of mine, Allah is saying. Whoever enter in this fort, he is protected by Allah. He is safe. So now Wilayat of Ali, Kalima la ilaha illallah. You understand the relation between these two. So we were talking about Marifat. Man arafa nafsahu faqad arafa rabba. Whoever recognizes himself, he recognizes his Allah. So you must recognize your Allah. And whoever recognizes his Allah, of course he will recognize Imam. Why? Because Aimma, they are introducer of Allah. Prophet, they are introducer of Allah. And Allah is introducer of Prophet and Aimma. If you are going to Allah, Allah will introduce Nabi and Imam. If someone goes to Nabi and Imam, they introduce Allah. How? There is another hadith. And it is highly recommended for every Shia in the Ghaibat Kubra. In Akhirul Zaman, we are living in this time. This is hard time. This is tough time. May Allah save our Iman and Taqwa, inshallah. So what happened? This dua is very small dua. It is in Mafatihul Jinan also. It is in Tuhfatul Awam also. So what dua it is? Dua is reported by our sixth Imam. Our sixth Imam is saying, Allahumma arifni nafsaka. Oh Allah, give me knowledge of you. Give me knowledge of you. فَإِنَّكَ فَإِن لَمْ تُعَرِّفْنِ نَفْسَكَ لَمْ أَعْرِفْ رَسُولَكَ. Oh Allah, give me knowledge of you. Because if you will not give me knowledge of you, I will be unable to understand your Prophet. That means whoever wanted to understand the Rasul, he must understand the Allah. And then Imam is teaching us, recite, read this dua as often as possible. What Imam is saying? Allahumma arifni nafsaka, fa'innaka, in lam tu'arifni nafsaka, lam arif rasulak. Allahumma arifni rasulaka. Oh Allah, give me knowledge of Rasul. Give me knowledge of Prophet. Because فَإِنَّكَ إِن لَمْ تُعَرِّفْنِي رَسُولَكَ لَمْ أَعْرِفْ حُجَّتَكَ. Because if I will not understand your Rasul and Prophet, I will be unable to understand the Hujjat. Not Imam, Hujjat. You know what is the meaning of Hujjat? Hujjat means proof. Hujjat means proof. And we were talking about the marifat of Allah, Nabi and Imam. And now Imam is using this word Hujjat. That means the existence of Imam is the proof of Allah. How comes? Because we believe that Allah is present everywhere, but we cannot see. We are saying that we believe that our Imam is present, but we cannot see. So from the ghaibat of Allah, we recognize as our Imam. From the ghaibat of our Imam, we recognize as our Allah. Salawat.